Hey everybody, my name is Josh LaFleur from Late Start Piano. Today I'm going to be giving you the secret to enjoying your piano progress, even if you're not quote unquote good at piano quite yet. So this is really for brand new beginner piano players. It's targeted towards the adult. It's when you are just starting out at the piano, you're practicing, you are being consistent as you can, but you're not really that good yet. How can you stay motivated? How can you stick with it? How can you just overall have a positive mindset if you're in that situation? You're showing up, you're doing the work, you've been playing for a month or a year or 6 months, but you feel like you're not where you want to be yet. This video is about all that and how you can stay positive when that is your situation. So, point number one is you need to understand that no matter what, even if you're not at the level you want to be at quite yet, you need to understand that you have improved at the piano. I don't care if you've been playing for a day, if you have been playing for an hour, if you just had your first hour lesson, if you've been playing for 10 years, if you've been playing for 1 year. No matter what, you need to realize that you have improved at the piano. Even if it's literally your first lesson, if you just found out where all of the D notes are on the piano, or if you just learned your C major scale, or if you just learned how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, that is progress. Even though it might seem small at the moment compared to everybody else, if you're looking at other people, progress is still progress and you can make it. You just have to understand that you need to be looking for it. So whatever you're looking for mentally, that's what you're going to find. If you're thinking about other people, about how good other people are, or you're thinking about how terrible you are at the piano, then that's all you're going to notice. You're going to be fixated on everybody else and all the negative things about your playing. On the other hand, if you are focusing on the positive and you're focusing on the good things, like how far you've come on the piano and how much better you are today than you were yesterday, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to realize. So whatever your brain focuses on, whatever you are thinking about, that's what you're going to see. So you might as well use that for the positive side and just remember you have improved no matter how long you have been playing. Point number two is understand as well that we all have to start somewhere. So you take the best pianist in the world, you take myself, you take your situation, you take the kid next door, no matter what level they are at, everybody had to start somewhere. Nobody was born with knowing what the notes are on the piano. Nobody was born with being able to play crazy fast passages or having the hand coordination or their finger dexterity to be able to move up and down the piano at these lightning speeds. Everyone has to start somewhere, and that includes you. So even you watching this right now, if you're not a professional concert pianist, it doesn't matter. You have to start somewhere. You're starting where you're starting. You can't change that, but you can finish. You can decide where you finish. So as long as you stay consistent, no matter what, as long as you stay consistent, you will improve, you will get better, and you will improve your starting position. Even if where you're starting from is not a very high spot, it doesn't matter. Point number three is, I kind of just touched on it, but you will see massive improvement if you just stick with it. So I've talked about this so many times, but 4 days a week, 20 minutes a day. That's the bare minimum that you need to practice in order to see noticeable improvement week after week, month after month. 4 days a week, 20 minutes per day. If you can at least do that and have your 20 minutes be focused practice, you're not on your phone, you're not playing with your pet, you're not doing whatever. It's just 20 minutes of focused practice, you will improve. Doesn't even really matter what you are practicing. If you're practicing some technique or you're practicing songs, you will improve as long as you are practicing for that 20 minutes per day, 4 days a week. You can improve if you do 3 days a week, 20 minutes per day, but it might not be as noticeable and it's going to take you a lot longer. 4 days a week, 20 minutes per day, that's the bare minimum that I'm prescribing to you. Next point is you want to end your practice session with something that's fun. So if you like playing songs by ear, do that. If you want to just play a song that you know already, some easy song, do that. Whatever is fun for you, whatever doesn't necessarily challenge your brain for the last 5 minutes of practice, do that. Because we all started to play piano so that we could play songs that we love down the road. It's not all about some kind of technical exercise or some technical drill that you've been hammering in over and over. End with something fun, end with something that you enjoy, so that your brain has that final note of positivity and that feeling of fun and enjoyment to end your practice session. That's going to allow you to feel more motivated in the next practice session, and you're going to feel like you ended on a good note, and that you put in your day's work, you put in your good practice session, and in the last 5 minutes you do something fun. That's the way you should be ending every single practice session, again, so that you can enjoy playing the piano even if you're not quote unquote good quite yet. Even if you don't think you're that good, end with something fun so that you're more motivated to come back the next day, and you're more motivated again to stay consistency, which we talked about earlier, to stay consistent. And last point is you want to think about that overall in the world. If you've been practicing piano for, let's say, a month, you are better than most people at the piano in the world. That's just the way it is. If you've been playing piano for a month, definitely by 6 months, you are better than probably 95% of the people in the world at the piano, because a lot of people don't play the piano. So even if you feel like you're not that good, you feel like you have a long, long way to go, you need to realize again that you are better than almost everybody else on planet Earth. And yeah, they might not play, but it doesn't matter, because you're going to be better than them. You're going to be the one that's impressing. You're going to be the one that's playing songs at family functions and being the musician, right? Being the musician, being known as a piano player within your circle, within your friends and family. So you don't always need to be comparing yourself to these concert pianists or people that have been playing for 25 years. You can also kind of flip that around and say, okay, I'm not as good as this person. I'm not as good as my teacher. But on the other hand, everybody in my close circle, all my friends, all my family, I'm better at piano than they are. And this is a good mindset to have, because you want to kind of feed your ego a little bit so that you can come back and play the way you want to. With all that said, I do have a free PDF. It's a free guide on my website, www.ladestarpiano.com. This has 34 essential tips for the brand new adult beginner piano player. We're going to be talking about practice strategies. We're going to be talking about music theory. We're going to be talking about your first song that you can play from scratch if you've never played before. We're also going to be talking about your mindset and approach. To get that free guide, again, it's on my website, www.ladestarpiano. Make sure you put in the www. Click on the big bright purple button on that page, enter in your name and email address, and you will have instant access to that free guide. Again, my name is Josh LaFleur with Ladestar Piano. Happy practicing.